I would like to acknowledge that this video is being filmed on the traditional lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. I pay my respects to their elders past and present, and extend that respect to any Aboriginal, Torres Strait Islander or First Nations people who may be watching this video today. Hi everyone, my name is Steph, this is the Novelty Corner and welcome to my Kindle Unlimited update. It has been a while since I filmed one of these, so this could get kind of long. I would recommend getting a drink and getting comfy. I'm going to share with you all the books that I have had out in the last couple of months from Kindle Unlimited, the ones that I've read, and also what's currently sitting on my TBR. And obviously, given that this is quite a large list, I'm going to go by keywords for explaining these books because otherwise we will definitely be here for a while. So in terms of the books that I have had borrowed out and read from KU, I had Meatload by Evie Mitchell, which is Capricorn Cove, book 11. This is a small town, friends to lovers romance featuring a retreat with naked cleansing. You also have a big hero and a character who has touch aversion. I also read Beach Party, which is Tales from Capricorn Cove. It's an anthology of sort of short stories that, you know, pick up and let us know how the characters from the series are going. I also read Runner, which is the Nameless Souls MC book 1 by Evie Mitchell. This is a post-apocalyptic MC romance set in Australia. I read First Class Love by Shae Sanders. This is a one-night stand between strangers who meet when their flights are cancelled. I read Shamrocked by Jolie Sue Burkhardt. This is a polyam situation with gargoyles, leprechauns, and dream sex were the notes that I had written down for this. I read Desires Darkly, The Camper by Jack Harbon. This was an story set at an old campsite where a murder happened, and this was quite dark and gruesome. I read the Big Boys collection of books 1 to 4. This was by Cassie Mint. These all feature bigger heroes and various situations. There's a whole stack of these out. I know there's tons of them that I haven't read. I read Fear and Other Love Languages by Aveda. This is an erotic horror story with nightmares, night terrors, and CNC. And I read Bound, also by Aveda. This is a story that features where people CNC, forced marriage, and CNC, and it's kind of a prequel to an upcoming series, I believe, or an upcoming book at least. I read When She Is Ready by Ruby Dixon. This is a sci-fi romance with an alien marriage of convenience. A non-romance title I read was Columbus Day, which is the first book in the Expeditionary Force series. This is by Craig Alanson. This was recommended to me by Bree's husband, JT. It is the first book in a sci-fi series that features an alien invasion where humans are recruited to fight in a war that is not their own. There is space warfare and there are sarcastic, snarky, talking artificial intelligence characters, which are always a buzzword for me in sci-fi. Also space pirates. I also read Dangerous Breed by Onley James. This is an romance featuring an ex-con, and this is an age gap story, and then also followed that up with Domesticated Beast, also by Onley James, same series, romance. This is an age gap, and it is an ex-con who meets a ballet dancer. And sticking with my Onley James train, I also read Satisfying. This is a novella set in the Elite Protection Services series. I cannot tell you how many times I tried to say that before I finally got it right. And this one is another romance. It is set during Christmas time. It is a snowed in story with the waking up married trope. I also read I Married a Minotaur by Regine Abel. It's the next book in that series, and it is a sci-fi monster romance featuring an orc minotaur. I read Dr. Heartless by Saman. This was part of my vlog where I read Dr. Romances. This one is a contemporary romance with a one-night stand who turns out to be the new next door neighbor. The hero is a doctor, he is a single dad, and he is a total grump, and his next door neighbor is a sunshiny character, and I kind of loved her. Oh, and she also turns out to be his daughter's teacher. So many places where their paths cross, and it really annoys him. I also read The Potter for the same reading vlog. This is by Kristy Marie. This is a grumpy sunshine workplace romance / doctor-patient relationship. It is about a plastic surgeon who refuses to work on a particular patient, and she ends up being hired by his brother to work in their practice. And so he is forced to see her every day, and, you know, our relationship ensues. I read Mercy by Debra Anastasia. This was totally Bree's fault. This is a darkish romance. You have a hero who has a full body tattoo, and he has been looking out / stalking a woman for his entire life because he wants to protect her from his father. I also read a few Katrina Jackson books. There was Inheritance, which is Welcome to Seaport book 2. This is a small town romance between the town librarian and a builder. Then you have Small Town Secrets, which is the third book in the series, and this one is a small town sapphic romance between the town barista and one of the bakers. I also read Neighbourly, which is part of her erotic accommodation series. This is a polyam situation where two couples move into each other and the wife and girlfriend begin to fall for one another. And then I read all of Cleo Evans' Creature Cafe series, so that included Little Slice of Hell, Little Sip of Sin, Little Lick of Lust, Little Shock of Hate, Little Piece of Sass, Little Song of Pain, Little Taste of Need, and Little Risk of Fall. I think I got all of them. These are short monster romance novellas. They're really fun. There's various representations. There's MMF, FFM, MM, MF. There's a sapphic one in there. Read all the synopsises and you'll figure out which one. There's probably something in there for everyone if you enjoy a paranormal monster romance. And then I also read Kimberly Lemming's books. So there was That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon, Mistletoe, which is a novella that takes place between the first and second book, and also That Time I Got Drunk and Yeeted a Love Potion at a Werewolf. Those are honestly delightful paranormal monster romance stories featuring demons who have various capabilities. So one is a werewolf, one is a dragon, there are talking swords, there are adventures and road trips and all sorts of things going on. And honestly, if you just want something fun and entertaining to read, those are the three that I would pick up. So that's everything that I have read recently from KU. But what I currently have out is Hades, which is book 1 in the Contemporary Mythos series by Carly Spade. I can't remember how I found this, but I want to read it because I like Hades and Persephone retellings. I have Egotistical Puck Boy by Eden Finley and Saxon James, which is a sports romance. I think it's probably new adult, knowing Eden Finley, but I'm not sure, so I'll get to that eventually. I also have Tough Luck by Annabeth Albert, which is one of her more recent releases that I haven't read yet, but I also think the second book in this series is coming out, so I probably need to get to it. I have Upside Down by N.R. Walker, mostly because I have a whole stack of N.R. Walker books that I want to read this month because it is Pride Month. I have Cups of You and Sips of Her by Carmen Lee, which I think were recommendations for Pride Month, so I'm very eager to try those. I have Carnal Cryptids by Vera Valentine, which I think is another monster paranormal romance type situation. The Midnight Duet by Kim Lorraine, because I've been meaning to try more Kim Lorraine books because I really enjoyed what I read earlier in the year. And also Thieves and Monsters by Cleo Evans and Opal Fairchild, just because I want to try something else by Cleo Evans. So that's all that's currently out because I want to have heaps of space through June for any other Pride and queer recs that come up during the month that are on KU, because I just want to read all of them. So feel free to leave recs down below. Otherwise, I would love to know what you have been reading on KU if you use the service, or feel free to recommend any other books. You know, I'm always taking book recommendations. Otherwise, if you want to let me know that you're here but you don't want to leave a comment, feel free to leave a pirate flag down below because apparently there is one in the symbols and I didn't realize. So we'll go with that one this time. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye everyone.